Russian President Vladimir Putin is ready to move toward a peace settlement for Ukraine, but Moscow's main objective is to achieve its goals. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told a state television in a clip published on Sunday that this is a long process which requires effort and it is not easy. He added that the world was now accustomed to US President Donald Trump's sometimes harsh rhetoric, but pointed out that Trump had also underscored in comments on Russia that he would continue to search for a peace deal.
Everyone has grown accustomed to his rather harsh and straightforward rhetoric. At the same time, he reaffirms his intention to continue doing everything possible to facilitate a peaceful settlement. Indeed, President Putin has repeatedly spoken of his desire to bring the Ukrainian settlement to a peaceful conclusion as soon as possible. This is a long process. It requires effort. It is not easy, and it seems Washington is increasingly coming to understand this.
The Kremlin said earlier this month it was ready to continue talks with Ukraine after US President Donald Trump gave Russia 50 days to strike a peace deal or face sanctions. At talks last month, Russia outlined a list of hardline demands, including calls for Ukraine to cede more territory and to reject all forms of Western military support. The European Union on Friday agreed an 18th package of sanctions on Moscow that targets Russian banks and lowers a price cap on oil exports in a bid to curb its ability to fund the conflict. Earlier, Kyiv proposed to Moscow a new round of peace talks next week. 2 rounds of talks in Istanbul between 2 warring sides have failed to result in any progress towards a ceasefire, instead yielding large-scale prisoner exchanges and deals to return the bodies of killed soldiers. Kyiv so far dismisses Moscow's demands as unacceptable and questions the point of further negotiations if Moscow was not willing to make concessions. Now, President Zelensky has reiterated his readiness to have a face-to-face sit-down with Putin.
Security Council Secretary Umerov also reported that he had proposed the next meeting with the Russian side for next week. The momentum of the negotiations must be increased. Everything must be done to achieve a ceasefire, and the Russian side must stop hiding from decisions.